morning. It is September 18th, and today is Thursday, and it's a gorgeous morning. Just look at this. The fish are out, enjoying some fishing. We're in the soccer capital of the U.S., which is kind of like walleye capital. A lot of fishing going on here. But anyways, it's a gorgeous morning to be alive, and I am sadly leaving the trip for 5 days to go to my cousin's wedding. So, you know, that's good, but I have to miss all of this beautiful stuff on the river for a while. So, bye!
Great. Awesome. Hello, it is September 18th and we have just left Spring Valley and we're headed for Hennepin. And we were paddling along right after we left the boat launch and ran into a really awesome guy who lives in a town called Peru, which is just east of Spring Valley where we started. So it was really fun to talk to him. He shared a lot of really cool information, and we really love it when people come out and paddle with us because it gives us a new perspective and new people to talk to and get to know, and we always learn a lot about the river and the area. So we were really excited to chat with him today. Alright, so it is September 17th, and yesterday we talked a lot about waiting for barges to go through the locks, and then I've also talked about how the barges have to have the depth of the river be at a certain feet. And so luckily we're right now waiting for a northbound barge to come through the lock, and so we get a really close look at this barge. You can see at the end this super large pole right here going into the water. Those are depth finders, and they can tell the barge captain how deep the water is, so that they know that they're in water that's at least 9 feet deep, which is what they need to be able to go through the channel. And that's what the Army Corps of Engineers keeps the channel is at least 9 feet deep so the barges can go through. We'll also get an intimate look at this particular kind of barge, which is a barge that is holding some sort of liquid fuel, most likely. And both of these barges right here are loaded, and you can tell because they only stick out of the water a very little tiny bit. So if there was a lot of the bottom part right here was sticking out, then we would know that they were empty and they were traveling upstream to get something, versus right now they're taking something upstream. So that's pretty cool. We also, pause. If we look over here, you guys can see Mark. Wave your arms, Mark. Hey guys! He is standing on a place that barges and other boats can moor to, and they can tie their boats up there and then wait, and so they don't float around. And then behind him, you can see part of Starved Rock State Park. So it's pretty darn cool.
So it's the time of year that all the leaves are beginning to change, or at least some of them are. As you can see on this tree here, this is an oak tree, a red oak. And the reason why the leaves change this time of year is because in the spring and summertime, when the sunlight is abundant, the leaves use their chloroplasts, which are tiny microscopic organelles, to harness the sun and turn it into food to feed the whole tree right through the leaves. Now this time of year, the sunlight is decreasing, the days are getting shorter, so the tree does not have as much energy to spend making food for itself, so it tends to begin shutting down its chloroplasts. Now the chloroplasts are green, so when it starts turning them off, killing them off for the winter, the tree will lose its vibrant green color, and the different colors of the trees such as the oranges will start to show up. Maybe some yellows, maybe even some reds as well. And then we have all these different colors coming out that have been hiding in the trees all spring and summertime long.
Hennepin coal burning power plant.
You can tell it's coal-fired because of the barge full of coal that's sitting outside.
So up in the middle of this structure, you can see it's like a giant shovel that they will unload the barges full of coal, and they will pick the coal up and they'll put it in there, and then it can get sent on its way into the power plant.